going to start this video by doing something a little bit different. I'm going to give you 3 words, and you're going to have to guess what they all have in common. You ready? Okay, first word, Kanye West. Second word, weed. And third word, the r/penis growing subreddit. I'll give you 3 seconds to try to figure it out. All right. Did you get it? No? Well, the answer is
Fulcrum. Come in.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another Advil video. Pow, 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 pow. Yeah, it's pretty awesome here. Now, if you don't know who we're talking about and you couldn't tell from the title or the thumbnail or continuously annoying clips from the intro, we're talking about Fulcrum. If you don't know who that is, he is a weed YouTuber who is known for doing some kind of stupid things. He blew up like 2 or 3 years ago, and he was big reaction bait for people like Aiden Ross or XQC or anyone that really likes making fun of people. Along with that, he also gained a massive amount of his audience from TikTok. So you know he's a real innovator of the genre. Fulcrum has over 1 million subscribers, and he's known for signature catchphrase, Fulcrum, come in. That catchphrase corrupted every single white male in high school. It was kind of awesome, actually. But it even infected me. I used to say that all the time. I would stim in class and go, Fulcrum, come in. It was terrible. My teachers hated me. But why am I talking about him today? Someone who's known for being a more wholesome creator and a good role model and just a chill dude who's just trying to smoke some weed and do some funny videos and probably shit himself in Lowe's. What does mean old Advil have to criticize about Fulcrum? Well, if you aren't a big Fulcrum fan like your boy Advil here, you wouldn't have seen his Twitter recently. Fulcrum for the past couple months has gone on Twitter rants that would rival Kanye West. Random stuff about Jews and trans people and gay people and how the vaccines that you're putting in your body are actually killing you and putting you more into the woke mind virus. And he's saying some truly deplorable things. Genuinely, I think if you hid the names of a Kanye tweet and a Fulcrum tweet, majority, if not all people, could not tell a difference. And if you're a fan of my channel, you know, obviously I tested that little game theory. All right, welcome back to another awesome, amazing Advil game show.
Hooray! Ken, why you look like that?
So if you aren't aware, YouTuber named Fulcrum, famous YouTuber. I asked so many people if they knew who Fulcrum was, and they all said no.
You're fucking
What do you mean?
He's been on a little oopsie spree recently, saying some things that a little guy like him shouldn't be saying. And I think what he's been saying is very interesting. So I wanted to see if people could tell a difference between, you know, Mr. Fulcrum and Mr. West. So I'm gonna show some screenshots, and you're gonna try your best to determine which one is Kanye, which one's Fulcrum.
Okay.
Yeah, you look so awesome.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah, you guys seem excited. All right, first question. This one's an easy one. Is it Kanye or Fulcrum? Kanye? Yeah, it was Kanye. Yeah. Now this is another easy one, and I'm gonna need one of you to read this out, okay?
Does it contain a slur?
No, dude. Oh, I think. Hey, see, that's a real one. He's taking one for the team. All right. Now, okay, Cam, please read it out.
What if I said maybe you shouldn't be gay then?
All right, who was that? Kanye or Fulcrum?
Fulcrum.
Ah, you guys got it. Yeah. See, it's not too bad. Like, okay, it's bad, but it's not, you know, it could be worse. Okay, next tweet. And Regis, since he read that one out, you should probably read the next one, okay? Okay, every single word, okay? Okay.
It's okay you're okay with Jews raping children. Cool to know where you stand.
All right, is that Fulcrum or Kanye?
That's Fulcrum.
Fulcrum.
Oh, yes, you guys are so good at this game. All right, now this one.
Oh, no, that's Kanye. I already know.
Kanye.
All right. Okay.
All caps, baby.
It was Kanye. You guys were right. Give yourselves a round of applause.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, Cam, I need you to read this one out, okay? You ready?
Do you know what color my hair is?
Holy shit. I
just need you to read it out real quick. I just need you. Can you just read it out real quick?
Fulcrum here has the opinion of fuck all y'all Jews genuinely. That is Fulcrum's opinion, not mine.
Right. Okay. So, do you guys think that's Fulcrum or Kanye?
I think it's Fulcrum.
Oh, dude, you guys are so smart.
Thanks.
What do you guys think about the Fulcrum tweets?
Hold on, I wonder what his follow like what people who like actively like watch Fulcrum like think of like the shit he says, like the 12-year-old
Middle schoolers and high schoolers who just found out what cards are.
Dude, what is it? South Cart?
Don't say, oh my god.
Now, I'm assuming I don't have to explain to you why telling different groups of people they should kill themselves and they are awful and terrible just because they are groups of people is a bad thing. But it's definitely not as bad comparatively to some of the people I made videos on. That's why before we go much further, I want this to be known that I'm not going to go too hard on him. So I don't want you to think from this point forward that this video is extremely serious and I'm exposing Fulcrum for every terrible thing he is. No. But I do think it's important to call this out. Just because he's a YouTuber with over 1 million subscribers promoting terrible hate speech and a complete dog shit dog whistle towards his massive audience of fans. Now, Fulcrum's been going on these rants for months on end now, tweeting pretty much 2 or 3 times every hour about something revolving around Jewish people or trans people or gay people or about vaccines. And it's complete gibberish half the time. And in my opinion, it's insane he hasn't been called out at all by anyone except for your boy over here. He's a massive creator who's a part of many huge memes, at least back in the day. And he's collaborated with a few massive creators who are still popular and relevant to this day. And that makes sense. Adrian Ross and XQC. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Especially with the insane reaction, admittedly deserved, but insane reaction to what Kanye West was tweeting out and how everyone turned and looked at him to point the finger and say how evil he is for saying that. It's crazy that no one has done that for our boy Fulcrum over here. It feels somewhat performative from some of the people who are calling out Hassan and Kanye for being anti-Semitic and generally being not great people and saying not great things to not carry the same weight for a YouTuber that they have collaborated with and done content with. Seems a little strange to me. Along with that, I feel like there's this kind of current rise in anti-Semitism that has been brought recently, where people are feeling more brave to say things like what Kanye and Fulcrum are saying. And I think that's fucking insane. But along with everything that Fulcrum has been saying, he also claims that this is just the real him. He's been like this since he started making content. He just hasn't been able to express it because he's been so fucked up on drugs. And that got me thinking about his previous content, you know, stuff that everyone would laugh at and look at and think is funny. And I wanted to see if there was any signs or if it really stood the test of time or if my sensitive little liberal brain can't handle it anymore. And after watching it, it's fine. It's standard content. It's kind of not that funny anymore. But there have been some things I noticed that aren't great. Now, a lot of Fulcrum's old content is based around him hotboxing and smoking in areas that he really shouldn't be. Like his most popular video is him getting high as fuck in Home Depot and then shitting himself. Yeah, that's real. That joke I made was real. I think the whole concept of going to somewhere and hotboxing the establishment or hotboxing the bathroom or whatever is kind of disrespectful. I might be a little sensitive for this, but it reminds me of what everyone called out Logan Paul for doing in Japan, minus the forest thing. Like there's so many times that Fulcrum just enters a school establishment like a college and just starts smoking in the middle of class. In my opinion, that's just kind of an asshole thing to do and not very kosher. And he's continued doing this even up until this day with a lot less views, obviously, but he's still doing the same thing. And it's definitely aged terribly. But there was no noticeable signs that this old Fulcrum who was spreading positivity and talking about never giving up could lead to him telling everyone to kill themselves on Twitter. And I have 2 theories for this. One of them is a lot more charitable than the other. My first theory is that Fulcrum had some kind of psychotic break. He's losing his shit, similar to what everyone assumes is happening to Kanye. And something's going wrong in his personal life and he just snapped and this is why he started spreading all this hate speech. And if that's the case, then I feel terrible for him. And I hope he gets the help that he deserves. And I hope that he can figure his shit out because the old Fulcrum seemed like a pretty cool and chill guy who was literally just there for the vibes and to smoke weed. But my other theory is a little bit harsher, a little bit meaner. My theory is that Fulcrum's views have been going down and he decided he needed to do something to kind of boost those numbers back up. So he started spouting a bunch of shit and saying a bunch of shit that he might not believe. Because if you look even 2 or 3 years ago, while he was claiming that this has always been the real him, he's saying pretty much the exact opposite shit on Twitter, telling people not to kill themselves, to not give up, to keep going, versus now when he's telling everyone to kill themselves if you're not exactly how he believes you should live your life. Like there's a whole meme based around the fall off to alt-right pipeline where you can kind of grow some kind of audience just from grifting towards this kind of community. And I could be wrong about this, but I assume that's what he's at least trying to do. And it seems like he's kind of failing at it. And something else that kind of supports my point, every time he has a tweet that does slightly better than the rest of them, which is not that hard to do, he always promotes promotes his Patreon under there and saying stuff like, hey, if you want to see a more positive Fulcrum, go to my Patreon. If you miss the old Fulcrum, go to my Patreon. If you want to see my dick, go to Patreon. And so he might be losing his mind. He might be having a psychotic break, but also it seems a bit weird to promote himself every single time he has some kind of relevance with his new takes. But what are my final thoughts on Fulcrum and what he's kind of become or what he is now? Fulcrum used to be a very charismatic but kind of silly and quite frankly dumb individual. The same videos I'm criticizing now of him being an asshole in public and kind of a nuisance, I watched smiling and laughing because he was that charismatic and it was kind of hard not to like him. But he had so much charisma and he seemed genuinely so nice and so caring that it was kind of hard to make fun of him for it. Now Fulcrum just kind of seems like an insane person that has lost all charisma and charm and is kind of an asshole. It's really incredibly sad to see, and if it's true that he has always believed this, then it puts everything that he has said in his past videos, all the positivity that he has given to every single person who has watched his videos, a weird sort of asterisk that is really disappointing to see. And if he's faking it for clout and attention, then I honestly wish him the worst career-wise. I don't think there's any way to come back from that, and I don't think he's gonna have much of an audience left if he continues down this path, because if he's trying to grift for a new audience, they're not finding him. And if he continues down this path, all the people who came to him originally for being a positive and chill dude are gonna fucking leave. And if he's actually just going through it and he's losing his mind slowly, I hope he gets the help that he needs, and I'll support him fully for getting that help. But regardless of what's going on, I hope he gets help, because regardless, all of this is fucking insane. But I think that's it for me today. I appreciate you watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share this video. There's gonna be videos at the end. Make sure to click those, and I appreciate you watching. Bye-bye.
Breakfast with a bitch named Tiffany, Wrist game is thin cause it's ivory, Got your mommy with me now, irony, Trying to pipe my dentist, fake a cavity, What? I got my panties up, and you withdrew. I got my panties up, and you withdrew. I got my panties up, and you withdrew. I got my panties up, so I'm the center of attention. And